Well, Democratic lawmakers from Illinois there speaking out against federal action in Chicago from Naval Station Great Lakes. And we welcome now Congressman Jonathan Jackson and Congressman Brad Schneider, who both represent Illinois and are against federal action in Chicago. Gentlemen, thank you for taking the time tonight. It is great to see you both. So Congressman Jackson, I'd like to start with you. I know you've called a potential deployment of the National Guard political theater, not about keeping people safe, essentially saying that what Chicago needs is investments in jobs, education, healthcare, public safety to empower communities. What are your thoughts on the counter argument of all of this? That, without safe streets, those investments won't be fully utilized.
Well, the largest demographic of persons that are being the victims of these horrific gun violence and these acts is the African-American community. We're looking at between the ages of 18 and 35, the leading cause of death in this country amongst African-American young men is gun violence. I think if the president were sincere, he would have called for a summit, asked to speak with the governor, the mayor, convene other people, ask them what are they doing that's bringing down their current success on reducing the amount of gun violence. Second thing, we can do some contact tracing. There's not one gun shop in the city of Chicago, not one gun range in the city of Chicago. There's no African Americans that make ammunitions anywhere in the world. Let's stop these guns from coming into our streets. The city council and other people have acted responsibly. And we don't want to see the United States military on United States soil confronting its citizens with military equipment. We have police that can do their job. We just want a more cooperative environment with the president. There are programs that are working, and he needs to be respectful and talk with the local citizens on what they want to do.
Yeah, and some on the other side might argue, being the murder capital of the country, this needs to be addressed. But I hear your points, and I appreciate them.
But that's inaccurate to call it the murder capital. And you know that it's good for sensation, but that's not accurate.
Well, not per capita, but in terms of murders on their face, it is the highest. We have the highest murder rate, and we both know how to play with statistics. You can go to Missouri, you can go to Louisiana, you can go to Georgia. So I taught math. I understand it well. That's skewing the numbers, which is obfuscating the truth. Well, there are other cities that do have problems. There's no doubt about that, Congressman, and I appreciate you bringing that up. And there are stats that point to crime decreasing in Chicago as well, and that's been a rallying cry on the left also. Congressman Schneider, I'd like to get to your visit at the Naval Station Great Lakes. I know you were hoping to get a written record of what DHS has planned for Chicago. Did you receive any information about that, and what specifically were you seeking there?
Thanks. We visited Naval Station Great Lakes yesterday. And just to be clear, Naval Station Great Lakes is the largest training base for the United States Navy. It is the only basic training station for the Navy. Every recruit who joins the Navy comes to North Chicago, Naval Station Great Lakes, for their basic training. It's essential for our preparedness of our sailors, for our defense of our nation, and we can't let anything threaten the mission of Naval Station Great Lakes or the mission of our Navy. So we wanted to see what commitments were made. What we were told by the commanding officer is that they've offered office space, parking spots, and storage of non-lethal ammunition on the base through October 5th. What we asked for was to see that in writing, so those commitments are made clear, and we can hold the administration to account. The whole conversation about bringing in the National Guard, bringing in ICE, the governor's been clear. We don't need the National Guard here. If the president wants to help cities like Chicago reduce crime, reduce violence, he can release the $158 million he's holding up for Congress-approved programs to lower gun violence across the country. $800 million being held up to help our local communities, our local police departments fight violent crime on their streets. That's what we need. And I just got to emphasize Chicago's murder rate. One murder is too many, let's be clear. But this year it's on track to be the lowest number of murders in Chicago since 1965. And you have to look at the size of the city. There are cities half or a third the size of Chicago, which have far many more murders per person than what we're seeing. We need to be helping every one of those communities and not targeting this community or that community. but giving the communities the resources they need, the police they need, the training they need, social workers. That's how we make a difference.
Well, Congressman Jackson, we recently spoke to the co-founder of Chicago Flips Red, getting her perspective as a resident of the city, what she'd like to see done. We'll listen quickly and then get your thoughts on the other side.
These criminals removed from our community because they're dealing with the criminals that we already have in the city. They are also influencing our children. We have new gangs over here now. We have the Venezuelan disciples. The troops have to come, the ATF, IRS, Criminal Division, DOJ, everybody has to come. I voted for Donald Trump because of this. I lost friends because I voted for this man, because we are under attack.
And you're right to point out, stats can color a story one way or the other, but there are many in the city who are concerned for their safety. What's your message to those residents?
Well, following my colleague, Congressman Schneider, one life lost is too many. There have been 11 children under the age of 11 to have been killed this year, stray bullets that are flying. We have to stop these illegal guns from coming in here, release the funds so that the police can continue to do their jobs. But let's also look at calling in the Center for Disease Control. Let's look at violence as a disease. And these guns that are hitting the streets, and 30,000 Americans annually are being killed because of gun violence. It's a national epidemic. Let's call in the Center for Disease Control, find out where this source of angst is coming from, and take the medicine to where the hurt and the pain is. These things are a pathology. They can be cured. They can be fixed. You have to deal with the origins of it, from the unemployment, from the socioeconomic perspective.
Yeah.
So we're all on board for safer streets, but we want to do this respectfully of the citizens.
And what is the proper medicine? That's the million-dollar question. Congressman Jackson, Congressman Schneider, wonderful to have you both. Thank you for joining the program.